Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mist Online Uru Live, or MOULa. Technically, it's again because they relaunched it, so it's MOULa, or MOULA, however you want to say it. Anyway, so I don't know how long I'll be streaming for, because apparently there have been flickers of power throughout the night in our area in the Hayes County, and the neighborhood over next to us is completely without power. So it's kind of worrying. We'll see how long I can stream for. It's currently Wednesday, February 1st. Haha! The 1st. That's good. So, yeah. It's great living in Texas right now. Anyway, so we will be playing MOULa today. There will be actually two series with MOULa. One that will be this, where I work and complete the base game puzzles and ages. Then we'll have complete chronicles, and then also the officially added things, or the Cyan official ages for Uru Live. Then on the UWATs that I'll be playing, Uru Walk and Talks, I'll have the fan ages that I've created, and I'll do those there. But right now we gotta finish normal MOULa. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the clef. That's kind of loud. That's loud. I'll be starting off with the clef because that's where normally you would start off. Character creation time. Nope. Since it's cold right now, I think I'll go for a beanie. And my beanie is usually... Oh, I didn't even realize they had that on there. It's usually a black beanie. So, and then the hair is a bit darker. That's fine. Oh, we can change a bit of the textures if we want to. There we go. Upper body. It's cold, so I'm going to wear a heavy coat. Some form, the heaviest coat that I can find here. Which seems to be this. And then heavy gloves, because it's cold. It's cold. And they will be... there we go. Oh. I think I'll just go for jeans. Feet. Oh, this is a new shoe. They added a new shoe. This will be the shoe. I'll go for black with laces. Alright. It's very cold where I am. It's currently like 30 degrees, I think, outside. And the tree, one of our trees, oh.
Isha, last night your mother had a dream. The dream tells that the ancient Dunny city will grow again someday. New seekers of Dunny will flow in from the desert, feeling called to something they do not understand. But the dream also tells of a desert bird with the power to weave this new Dunny's future. We fear such power. It changes people. Isha, our desert bird, your search seems to take you further and further from us. I hope what you find will bring you closer.
Anyway, it's actually currently 29. Okay, welcome to Uru. Approach Sandin, he will explain the rest. Type messages to other players nearby, adjust game settings, and log out or quit Uru. Don't need that. That's assuming it's complete articles. So it is, like I was saying, it's currently 29 degrees outside. We are having flurries, which doesn't entirely look like there are. And the high today is meant to be 32. The highest temperature for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days is going to be 70 degrees, which is just astonishing. That's the wrong thing. Which it was P. No, I'm gonna look at those controls. It's key map. First, I pressed F1. There we go. Okay. I haven't had this issue before, so I don't know how to deal with it. Okay, grab this one. Here, let me. Okay, navigation. Start chat. How that is enter. So if I. Okay, but now I can't move. Why can't I move? Oh, I see. There we go. Yay, we're playing Uru again. And this is much better quality than the first time I played Uru. So this will probably be the Airstream. This will probably be the series to look towards on my channel for walkthrough wise, because the old one was not great. It was not great at all. So this is definitely the series to look towards instead of that one. And the quality isn't just because I've got a better computer. They've also updated the references and stuff. The frame size, for instance, I have now a full 1980 to 1280p. I think that's what I'm using, which is great. I'm very happy. Bit of laggy on the stream side, but it's fine.
Hey, welcome. So, I'm Zandy. I probably know more about why you're here than you do. Don't worry about it. You felt drawn here, just like the others. Now, I'm not really here to give you answers, just to give you help and get you started. She's left a message for you in the cleft. Listen to it well. Follow her. Find the journeys. And then enter the tree. Oh, and check with me if you need help.
That enter the tree line almost sounds like Escher. Not gonna lie. So we want to grab this while we're here. Yeah. So now we have that for later use, something exclusive to Complete online instead of Complete Chronicles. Yeah, relative page. Right. So I'm gonna get all the journeys upstairs, as I'm calling this vast area. And like I was saying in Myst 5, that's the volcano is, or inside the volcano is where you start Myst 5. And that's why you see the dagger, because all the stuff from Riven. I kind of hope it just disappears over time. If it doesn't, then it's there. I have to wait until I get my key, which is not fun. Anyway, So, oh, there's another relative page here. Birds. Was there? I don't think there was one around here. It's a good track. It's a very good track. I like it a lot. I found it weird that, for some reason on at least Apple, because I use Apple, I don't use Spotify, the music for Mist 5 and Uru, once it was released on Apple and Spotify. I was like, yes! I have Uru on Bandcamp because of 25th anniversary stuff, but I don't have Mist 5 because I didn't participate in the 20th, I think. I was too young to. But it was weird. It was like they all got claimed by a third party. Either that or it's it's Tom's, whatever his name is, I forget. It's his new like corporation, or at least who he claimed underneath. I don't know the entire story, but it's kind of annoying because then I can't listen to all the tracks of Mist 5 anymore. I think I can get on Amazon the entire Mist 5 album and then download it from there onto my computer and stuff, and then switch it into Amazon or music, Apple Music. Was trying to avoid the collapse. And this is just what it said. Oh, I see why. Okay, so yeah, I guess. The room must happen before Mist 5 because then Catherine would still not be alive. That's a point, yeah. Because in Mist 5, Catherine is dead. It's very interesting. Key. Gotta... it's cross, shell, turtle, spider. Can't use it yet. Just gotta change this one though. Okay. And it switched me out of first person. And this is actually, this device right here is in rhyme. I think it's a Dunny timekeeper, I think, but it's kind of cool. It's like an Anti-Kithlet device, something like that. Anti-Kithrin. But a Dunny version also. Let me walk back here again. Anyway. Release the power. Can I open this door? Nope, I gotta wait till I get power. I might need to turn down specifically the music because it does seem to be just very soft. Here. Oh yeah. Turn that down a bit. For UWATs and stuff, I won't play the music in the background because it's not part of the guide. And because for those I would genuinely like to get money from. But for this, since I'm doing it as a guide, it works better with the music. But even then, it is still very loud music. The game overall is a bit loud. Okay, now we can get power. I don't need to do this, so I'm going back up so I can just jump off. Okay. Go down the ladder. Like, and it doesn't look like Zandy's text will leave the screen until I get my key, which is annoying. Pretty sure I already got this one. Just to make sure I did. This won't work. Yeah. But now this will. But before we do that, I'm going to open the door over here. Skaboinkus. Okay.
Oh yes, not in Denis, they won't understand. Once again, the stream in the cleft has begun to flow. It was dry for so long. The water is flowing in from the desert. The storm is coming. Have you heard of the city? The deep city, the ancient Uru? Where there was power to right worlds. For thousands of years, the city lived beneath the surface. Keeper of the secret. Keeper of the power. Keeper of the ages. Always keeping. The city grew proud. And then it died. The water flows where it wills. It seeks its own path uncontrolled, except that it flows downward, always downward. Denis, the city of ages, of other worlds, died. But now it breathes again. It awaits. Some will seek that destination, but you should seek the journey. It's as a fine tapestry, complex beyond comprehension, but now torn. We will show you remnants, pieces of the tapestry, pieces of the journey. Find these remnants, these journeys. 7 in each age. 7 here in the desert. Consider it a quest. No, a request. Worship. The water flows downward, and there it pools and collects, and finally, once again, it reaches the roots, and the tree begins to grow again. I am Yisha. My parents brought me to this place. We will bring you.
First of all, notice that these are Atrus's drawings from the Book of Atrus when he was a kid. This one is new. The water wheel? Or a better fan system, maybe? Anyway. Grab this. Alright, the next one is on the back of this door. So we gotta close it and then get it back around. Actually, you know what, I could just... Ah, I almost made that. That one little frame of like, you're there? Oh no. Also, Idris's goggles aren't here. Why? Is that specifically in the rainy version? Usually you can find Idris's Dunny goggles in one of those rooms, but they're not there. interestingly enough. Also, I just realized in Myst 5, he's not wearing his goggles in early shot. Which is very interesting. Alright, time to get the next one. Which I need to go back over this way. Up here. Down here. Need to press this button. Lower the bucket. And then press. Double time. Yisha, Shell, Relta, probably, Dunny, and the Barrow at the top of the cave, and the Cleft. That's probably the journey it's like, yeah. Alright.
The storm has come. The rain has passed. The tree remains. But far in the distance, a new storm builds, with dry Titian clouds of dust and destruction. They are free, they are gathering. And now choices abound. Some simple, some deep. Even now, decide. Here explore alone, the place where all journeys begin. There are no others in the cleft. It is empty desert. Yet there is wisdom on that path. Or here explore together. The cavern lives and grows. There are friends and enemies, laughing and waiting. Alone or together, destruction is coming. Alone or together, find a way. Alone or together, make a home. They come. He comes. And I will come as well.
Cool. Keeps kicking me out of first person though, which is annoying. Alright, so if we look in this, we have birds and that, and then that. We burn birds, and then we have this here, which will be explained later. We have to go into the ages first to get this idea. And the last one was just the 4 pedestals, because you can switch them out and stuff. Also, I believe I can turn off. Or not. Okay, I'm gonna head inside. So I believe we can already... Open these. We can already go to Dunny. We can go to our neighborhood, but we can't go anywhere else. Well, we can get links in our neighborhood, but we can't go anywhere else. Anyway, so we're gonna start with Gahreesen, because we'll have to come back to Gahreesen later. So might as well start with it now. And also I can get my key now. So I don't have to deal with getting it later. I want to get rid of this chat on my screen. Not my Twitch chat, the weird funky chat. Oh. Yay, it's gone. But yeah. So we're gonna go this way. First thing we need to do is get our key. There's a Nexus link over there. We're not gonna go there yet. We're gonna go over here and collect our. So now that takes the place of the chat, because usually you can just use it to chat. We're gonna go in this age. Also, I think that's the Book of Tiana, right there. It's 3 books of Tiana's. Actually, 4 right here. It's pretty funny in my opinion. The reusing of assets, which it really isn't the reusing of assets. They're like, let's scan one of our own books, and it's not a bad idea. I saw a person for a second, a person, but I don't think people can be in this. No, this is a private instance. This is a localized computer instance. Anyway, this is the important thing. This is basically telling us what we need to do. We need to bring the pillars to the Relto and then bring them into here. And then bring them over to Dunny. No, we need to bring them from Dunny over to here. Anyway, getting back to Relto so we can head back to Gahreesen. Or the Gahreesen. Alright, we can just use this now. Alright, now we're going to go to the Nexus, because that's important to have. Very important, especially with Mr. Lenru Live. In general. Okay, now we have Mr. Oh, they made this more blue. This wasn't as blue as it was before. Yeah, they did. They made it like a teal color there. That's cool. And it's up on the top as well. Alright, so now we have... So I put Twitch at the end of my handle because it's different from my main account. My main account I will use on... for Uwats and other stuff, but I will not use this account for stuff like that. No, we'll be using the other one, my main one, which has a different handled entirely. So now we have the Nexus. We're gonna head back to the Gahreesen. I could have probably just gone back to Gahreesen from the Nexus, but I didn't want to do that. But now we have 2 ages, or 2 links, I should say, that allow us to do stuff. That ominous sound, and we have to head down here, get this, and we gotta head back. It's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of back and forth. So what that page did is it added sticks and stones. That's all it did. Or not very much sticks, rather logs, in my opinion. I went the long way around for that one. We can go through here, but I don't think it'll get me where I want to be entirely. I can go there, but that's not where I want to be. I want to be over this way. Because of the page, this little alcove right here. Not page, but journey cloth. Yeah. So school was canceled for today as well. Obviously, I would be doing this if it wasn't. Oh, I can't do that. Ignore my sniffling. It doesn't exist. It fell off. I don't think we do anything else up here. Running in a wall, running in a wall. Oh. Running in a wall again. Come on, there it is. We're here. Okay, so we get the journey cloth. Then we shall begin the process. Oh, okay, can't do that yet. Wait, I thought I could for a second, I don't know why. Okay, can't do that yet. There we go. Cool, now we can do these. Cool. We head back downstairs. We can go up. Wee. Okay. And now we have to. This is the one of the most painful things to ever do. I'm serious on that. I despise this. But this is trippy. Excuse me. Yeah. Hey. Bless me? Bless me. Excuse me. It's whatever. Alright. I don't have to do this. Ah, shoot. Too early. Gotta go back. There's a massive icicle outside my window. I want to go outside, get a ladder, and grab it. In fact, I think after this, my friend is probably going to want to ask to play Valheim, so I'm probably going to play Valheim with him. And then I'm probably just going to go outside and frolic in the ice. Though it says it's sleeting. No, it's not sleeting, okay. But it's forecasting sleet in 26 minutes. Yes! That's like the best one I've done so far. I've never gotten it that good. That's nice. So eventually we'll have to go down there. I wonder if you can hop. No, you can't. Yeah. Cool. On we go. Onward. Destiny. We'll have to do that again, though. It's annoying, yes, but we'll have to do it again. Well, so what are these for? They're not on the other side. Oh, they are. Okay. I couldn't see them. Alright, so this is where we get the first sparkly. That extra island on Relto that we saw is the sparkly island. And we'll get our first sparkly here. So before we go into any of the rooms, we're going to airlocks are fun. We're going to find the sparkly. To do so, we're going to walk around the entire inside until we find it. Isn't this great? Gotta love the fact that I could have just gone the other direction and it'd be the first thing there. This is infuriating. Yeah, I could have gone the other direction to be immediately there. That's great. Alright, so this is a sparkly. Now I have a sparkly on my island. Can't go there yet. I should say I won't go there yet. I won't go there yet either. Trying to find the conference rooms, which I'm pretty sure the next room isn't going to be a conference room either. This part of Gahreesen is pretty annoying. Oh, it's a conference room. Okay, cool. Alright, does this one have a turning cloth? No. The Gahreesen Training Wall, author Simpson, subscribed from voice recorder, age Gahreesen, date, April 22nd, 2003 to November 26th of 2003. Multiple trips. This document is supposed to detail how the wall worked, so here goes. Summary. Should probably start with the point of this thing, as we best understand it. It seems the idea was simple. Each team created a maze. The first team or person to get to the top of the maze won the competition, or training, or whatever they called it. We're pretty confident it was originally used by maintainers to improve their physical and mental conditioning. While climbing the structure was the main task, it was made much more difficult by adding fogs, rain, noxious fumes, fire, extreme heat, extreme cold, and I suppose whatever else they could throw in there. I think that means it's a pretty airtight room in there. Even so, I'm assuming we won't be turning on the Unleash Hell component to the control panels anytime soon. At least don't while I'm around. Definitely played by two different sides. It's not clear how many were on each side, but it doesn't seem to matter. Each team created a maze for the opposite team in each control room. Maze creation. Green button at the top, engage the control panel. Once engaged, the teams needed to determine how many blockers they would be working with. 3 buttons on the left side of the panel were quick jumps to preset numbers of blockers. Bottom button is a quick jump to 5, the middle button 10, and the top 15. Purple, they look pink to me, lights up at the top. Represent how many blockers have been selected for the purple team and yellow for the yellow team. Blockers can be raised or lowered by ones with the buttons on the right side. If a team wanted 17 blockers, they would press the top left button once and the top right button twice. Yeah, I've definitely seen more intuitive panels in my life. Regardless, once both side pressed the middle button on the right side, the number was locked on both machines. There was no turning back, at least in regards to how many blockers were going to be used for the game. Those little lights stop flashing, the purple/yellow lights go solid. Setting up blockers was fairly easy. Press the section of the grid where a blocker should appear, and it appears. Magic. A light at the top also appears for each blocker. Once the maze has been set, the green button is pressed and the maze is locked and then transferred to the wall. After both sides have set up their mazes, I'm sure someone would say, let the game begin. They just had to. The suits. The suit machine, as I like to call it, very clever, I know, raises once both mazes are set. Competitors step into the machine. It lowers over the person and wham, drop through the hole and find yourself at the bottom of the wall wearing a piece of high-tech Dunny gear. Very cool stuff, if I have to say so myself. It does feel a little weird, though. The climb. Both sides are racing to the top, trying to avoid the blockers that have been set for them by their enemy. Those blockers cannot be seen, but they will knock someone off the wall if hit. So it's a try to get in the head of your opponent and hope you don't get knocked off game. And if you do get knocked off, better remember where it was so you don't hit it next time. And remember, while the flames are coming at you and you're sweating inside your suit, and do it as fast as you can. Yeah, I'd say it trained them pretty well. Winner. Once somebody got to the top, the suit and some kind of panel in the wall, we assume, initiated a link. Bam, the maintainer found themselves in the maintainer nexus. Yahoo, winner. Once there, maintainer raised his arms in the air and cheered himself and linked back to the control room for game number 2. That's how I picture it. It's worth noting that the nexus removed the suit from the maintainers as well. We don't know how. We don't know how, really, but we know it does. Since we're admitting what we don't know, what the link through the wall and suit thing is somewhat of a mystery. Once one side reached the top, the other mazes were displayed on the wall for the poor guy still trying to find his way to the top. At the same time, it looks like those patterns were displayed in the observation rooms and the maintainer nexus displays as well. Loser needed to work his way to the top, use the same link as the winner, get rid of the suit, and start on the game too. Maybe get chewed out by his superiors first. Who knows? Yeah. So it's really cool. It's a really cool thing. The key base functions, dummy number 3 on the backside of all these devices. 3 functions. There's certainly more than that. 3 core functions. In any case, it's a convenient name. Key. And it's kind of just, yeah. We'll be exploring as we go. So this is a watch room for it, but we haven't gotten the cloth here, so we won't take that link yet. So let's head over to the other conference room, which I think is on the other side of the building. So this should be either another control room or panel, or suit room. Yeah, this is the yellow teams. That's the green. And then the next one should be their control room, and then the next one should be another conference room or spectator room. Yeah. Oh, it is yellow teams. It's just green in the suit up room, I guess. Strange. But we'll check out the controls, see if we can do anything. I think you have to be in the Guild of Maintainers age of Gahreesen to be able to do anything, which kind of stinks. But I don't know. We'll see if we can mess around with stuff. Here's another book. Simpson, don't mention anything about the upper area of the fortress in your Gahreesen report. I don't want people wandering all over Teledon looking for that weird linkstone sharper. So we'll use that to get up there. Analysis. Author Simpson transcribed from voice recorder. Age Gahreesen. Date 11th, November 12th, 2001 to June 4th, 2002. Multiple trips. Okay, one thing seems immediately obvious. This place was built for security. No one could write a link in anywhere in this place, or the next. It was obviously a maintainer facility of some kind, and it doesn't seem that it was for General Guild members. By that, I mean it was limited to at least the high-ranking members. As to how they got the first link written here, I don't know, probably while it was under construction. It does seem pretty obvious that it's not going to happen again, unless something major happens to this place. I should say that Kodama has some theories about the age that have held up so far. May have been a special forces of a sort for the maintainers, started later mid-8000s, became somewhat of a research and development arm for the Maintainers Guild, I don't know. Worth mentioning though, there are quite a few mentions of such groups in other docs Kodama has found, or at least seen. Entrance. To begin with, I'd wager that no one other than a high-ranking government official or similar ever even made it to this room. That's just my guess, but it seems pretty sound. I don't think any school buddies or girlfriends dropped by to see their maintainer friend. The linking book we found was deep within the Maintainer Guild. I'm sure it was well guarded in its day. You can see right off the bat the entrance was extremely secure. Thick walls, one door, high window, sniper maybe. If you manage to get in with a bomb or something, it's not going to do any noticeable damage. I love the maintainer symbol on the floor and everywhere else you look, as though I might forget and wonder where I am. Waiting room. So, visitors are escorted in this little waiting room. There's a window on one side, looks almost like a ticket window, maybe turning weapons or goods that aren't allowed. Maybe books, I'm sure they didn't want books in here. They're talking about the well, I think, the original link-in point. You go through that little corridor and stuff, where the sign was. Yeah, it looks like mainly for books. There's another ticket window on the other side, although this one looks different. I'm pretty sure those are beetle cages on the other side. Beetles that sought out ink. Somebody was just telling me there were all kinds of references to them in the other docs. You didn't make it past this room with a book. As well, the doors never open at the same time. So even if somehow you make it out of the entrance room, you're still not going to make it past these mammoth doors out of the waiting area. Halls. Looks like the hall ran along the entire circumference of the building. There are plenty of rooms. I'll just try to hit them one at a time. First is an elevator, though. However, it looks like it's only down. I wonder if it was always that way. More security, I guess. Once you made it into the halls, there's still nowhere to go, at least if they didn't want you to go anywhere. Lockers. I would think that any books that were brought to the age were kept in the lockers. I'd imagine that some of the workers here or frequent visitors also kept some equipment, but I could be wrong about that. Looks like they kept some maintainer gear as well, markers, helmets, etc. Seems a little out of place, honestly. Keys. Okay, things are becoming a little more clear now. Just had a long chat with Laxman and researched some different stocks over in the city that Nick had. Looks like the current condition I'm seeing was not the original condition. The key was a major development, not just for the guild, but also apparently for all citizens. Turns out they were just starting to hand out the keys to the public around the time of the fall. Nice timing. So it looks like they had done some renovations in order to facilitate the mass amounts of visitors that would be coming in order to receive keys. Turns out my little girlfriend analogy was pretty much completely wrong. Girlfriends and more were going to start coming here, at least to the open sections. Godama had corrected me. We've actually found multiple books in neighborhoods, as well as the Garden Maintainer book I mentioned earlier. Whoops. So visitors come in, walk through the doors, Beatles check their books, and they walk down the hall into the key room, get a key, and link out. Guards will probably at the elevator, which is just behind this room. If they did happen to bring any illegal items, they get them back from the other side of the locker room. Off they go home with a new shiny key. Makes more sense as to why the maintainer paraphernalia was in the locker rooms too. Probably a little display thing for all the visitors. Impress them. Warehouse. Quite a bit of goodies in here, all of which I'm sure most visitors never saw. Pretty bad cave-in from the floor above, although Ingberg says structurally the place seems alright. He's doing more detailed inspection soon. Looks like most of these crates are filled with a key maintenance type equipment as well as a variety of spare parts, etc. I don't know. Laxman will have to give this place a good inspection. I'm sure he'll love going through it all. Beyond me, I know that. Beetle cages. Convenient cave-in. Not sure how one is supposed to get in the beetle cages without it. No idea how they did it. Link maybe. Regardless, pretty positive the cages were for beetles. Symbols on the front and quite a bit of remnants in some of the dirtier cages. We'll have to clean those up. Wonder when they all died. Speaking of access, another question. How'd they get to the second floor? Elevators skipped the middle floor. More security, I suppose. Second floor. Destruction was a little more substantial than I thought. Looks like it tore out a section of the outer wall even. I'm going to get out of here until Ingberg can come back again. Been a few days, but I'm back. I'm no expert, so I guess I have to trust Ingberg, but he says this whole thing is one of the most solid, heavy pieces of construction he's ever seen. It's safe, he assures me. If I die here and someone retrieves this recording, please sue him for me. So my guess is that the cave-in was on purpose as a way to get to the second floor, but to any other eye, it would look like a cave-in, other than the maintainers. Second floor looks similar to the first, outer hall and a number of rooms. Have to remember that very few people probably ever walk these halls. There is no access via elevator, stairs, anything to get here. I assume it had to be done with via a linking book, which is probably somewhere in the city. I suppose there could be a way to stop those elevators on the middle floor, but I doubt it. Regardless, this floor is extremely secure. Book access only, I'm guessing. Guard lounge. Next to the observation room, at least that's what I assume it was, is what looks like a guard lounge. Looks like they've stayed here for long amounts of time. There are beds in here, as well as couches. I assume these guys manned the window/observation post while visitors were coming in. Guard lockers. More lockers similar to the set downstairs, although these are manned with some heavy equipment. I'm sure Watson will want to see this stuff and keep it locked up well. In fact, I'm not even going to go into detail about it here. Laxman can write all about this stuff in a later report. I will say I didn't know the Dunny had these kinds of technology. Ooh. Gear room. Now I see why this floor was so secure. Looks like the whole power structure for this building is here. Amazing construction. The entire building looks to have been powered by some underground water source that caused it to turn. They implemented a gear that would grab onto teeth in the ground outside and provide them a power source as well. Talk about killing two giant birds with one stone. Pretty amazing. Power looks somewhat complicated. It seems as though there were at least occasions that power was turned off, as there are obviously controls to do that, and then start again. I'm heading to the top. Wow, I thought this building was big. The main portion is absolutely giant, and rotating too, of course. I'm overcome with the amount of work put into this place just for security. It's everywhere. Almost comical picturing government officials walking the same paths I am. Amazing. To get to the other side, looks like one had to walk across the bridge to the rock pinnacle. The first place since we have arrived that we're able to save a link. And it's not big. And there's a massive structure facing you if you did. Pretty funny to try and picture pretty funny to try and picture an army invading. All of them bunched up on the stone, waiting for these bridges to rotate. What the? My gosh. The creatures. These things are something out of a horror movie. I've been up here a little while, and I don't see them often, but when I do, they're scaring me to death. I'm beginning to understand the fences and structures a little better. Perhaps some of them were designed to keep creatures out more than keep visitors in. Don't hang out in these woods unless you have a big gun. Another bridge. To reach the main portion of this place, more security. I will say that the platform between the bridges seems to have eroded. At one time, crossing bridges was probably a security feature to ensure manageable groups would approach the larger building, one at a time, but I would wager it was still a lot easier than it is now. The erosion to the platform between the bridges has made it a little rougher. I suppose the maintainers would like it even more in its current condition. Mudrooms. I'm not sure what to call these things, but they remind me of mudrooms, so I'll call them that. Not much here. Looks like each bridge has a mudroom attached to it, with another group of doors, etc. There doesn't seem to be any kind of decompression or decontamination that went on here. Really, they seem to be nothing more than another spot for another set of doors, another secure location. I was going to go through each of the rooms here, but after making a quick overview, I think I'll just start with the entire thing. There are 3 types of rooms in the building, 2 of each kind. There's a control room, 1 purple and 1 yellow, a display room, 1 purple and 1 yellow, it's green, and then a conference room, though these aren't colored. I assume there is 1 for each team. The entire building seems to be centered on the massive wall in the middle. The control rooms control the wall, and the display rooms display the uniforms that were worn in the wall, I presume. And the conference room allows the government visitors and high-ranking officials to confer about those training on the wall. See. So control rooms first. Control. I'm not going to go into controls for I'm going to do that at some other time. Regardless, the panel here obviously controls the wall. The wall was used for training as well as testing of various suits. I believe the central room can get pretty hot, cold, smoky, or anything else I can imagine pretty quick. It was a competition. Whoever could get to the top the quickest. Teams would set up the obstacles and members would race. There is a side tunnel that provides access to display rooms from the control panel. Display rooms. Not sure that these were originally display rooms, or maybe they were. Either way, there are quite a few old maintainer suits in here. There's also the latest maintainer suit, or skin, here. I guess I should say the machine to put on the latest maintainer suit is in here. Now that we've had some time to look at this, it's incredible. We're talking about a suit that was skin tight and had linking abilities, etc. built in. Very high tech as far as maintainer suits go. Very impressive. A maintainer would fall down the chute, and while traveling to the interior room / the wall, the suit would be placed on him. I'm begging to try this thing out, but DRC has insisted no one does. Laxman already has someone on it, trying to figure out more. I'm the first one they do. I think these rooms would basically be described as team locker rooms. Conference rooms. Well, I guess these rooms where the bigwigs sat down and talked about their maintainers. Obviously, they are set up to watch the wall, and there are displays that show the patterns being built and played on the wall. We'll never know, but I can see the guild masters in here watching their teams compete, preparing to send them out to some radioactive fireball age to see if their new suits can stand the elements. Upper portions. I'm not going up now, but we do know about upper portions were used as prison cells. Typical Duddy technology, they had a single linking book that went to all the cells, since the building was always retaining a very complicated linking apparatus and timing mechanism was associated with the book. The time of the link would determine which cell the person linked into. Apparently, it was very tight. Speaking of linking, this entire building is rotating as well. It seems that most visitors came on the path from the well, although there were also books directly to this building. There had to be. It seems that many of them also use the timing mechanism to link into specific rooms. Looks like another new feature designed and built by these guys. One of many, I'm sure. I'm just wondering where the main research labs were. Or better yet, where did everyone sleep or eat? Yeah, so these are live feeds. Is this the same book? Yeah, same book over there. Alright, so now that we've done this room, we're gonna go and back to the slate that we found. We're gonna yoink it. But before we do the slate, I wanna look at stuff in and around here. I believe we can still get the suit without having to play the game. Oh, no, we can't. Never mind. So this is Team Purple. I don't know how he sees this as pink. This is definitely purple. So then we can go over here. Sit down. We can...
Is everybody ready for another wall game?
When he was saying I've definitely seen more intuitive boards, is absolutely correct. I can't press anything on here now. I think I accidentally started it. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm already like, is everybody ready for another wall game? That's funny. Gonna turn this off. That is funny. Should be the other conference room? Yes. So these are just pictures of each wall. This is the actual base. So like this is the wall in the center. Conference rooms, control rooms for each party, and stuff like that. It's very complex, but also at the same time pretty dang cool. Alright, I'm gonna grab this stone and then we're done with Gahreesen for now. In fact, I'm gonna have to shut it down here because it's already an hour in. A lot of reading, a lot of good times. This link is important. You can get stuff here. I don't think this is the live one. Yeah, this is just the private instance of Dunny Agira. So this entire place, like all of that, is an age. Stuff like that. ReZero is up there at the very top. That red blinking light is ReZero, which just goes and tells us how big that little thing up there is in reality. Anyway, I'm going to return to Relto, and then we'll be done for today. If there's no school tomorrow, I will do it tomorrow as well. But if there is school tomorrow, then I will be doing... oh, I think I'm also supposed to grab... No, that's just the... Okay. I guess I just don't have a journal. But yeah. That is everything for right now. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and to follow on Twitch. Have a nice day. Bye.